A future full of bug wars, haunted starships, and bodies that stop behaving like bodies. Every once in a while, a sci-fi film swings so far into brutality that Hollywood tries to pretend it didn't see it. These are 10 insanely brutal sci-fi movies. Number 10, Starship Troopers.
We are a generation commanded by fate to defend humankind.
This is one of those movies that trick people. The first 15 minutes feel like a commercial for joining the Space Marines. Everyone looks like they were cast from the cover of a fitness magazine. News segments cheerfully yell, "Do your part!" and the military uniforms look like something out of a theme park. Then the alien arachnids show up, and suddenly it becomes clear the whole shiny surface was bait. Once the boots hit the battlefield, flesh stops feeling solid. Soldiers get sliced in half, shredded by claws, or skewered through the torso. Bodies tear open like tissue, and the camera just stands there, refusing to give you the mercy of a cutaway. The brutality isn't just graphic, it's weirdly cheerful. The same propaganda reels that cracked jokes earlier now treat mutilated bodies like normal losses in a fun space adventure. That's why the film hit nerves when it came out. Some audiences thought it was a dumb action movie. Others noticed the satire and realized the joke was on them. The movie weaponizes its own gore to show how fascist propaganda turns human suffering into wallpaper. You laugh, then the laughter feels guilty. That's the bite. Number 9, The Platform.
The red light is off and the green is lit. I just gave you some information.
This movie doesn't need futuristic weapons or alien monsters. It just gives you a vertical prison, a slab of concrete, and a daily buffet that turns humanity inside out. You wake up on a level with a stranger, not knowing whether you're near the top, where the food is untouched, or near the bottom, where the leftovers feel like an insult. Every month the floors reshuffle. One day you're eating like a king, the next you're licking crumbs off a plate someone above you stepped on. It's a system designed to strip away empathy layer by layer, and what makes it brutal isn't the initial violence, it's the transformation. People who swore they would do the right thing suddenly justify anything when hunger closes in. The Platform hit so hard because it came out at a moment when people were already arguing about resources, class, greed, and cruelty. The brutality isn't chaos, it's engineered, and watching someone descend, literally and morally, shows the ugliest version of what people do when the world tells them their suffering isn't important. No CGI monster needed. Number 8. Upgrade.
Look, you guys, you have my wallet, take our cards, okay? You can have it all.
It starts like a revenge movie dipped in neon, and then it pulls the rug out. After a mugging leaves him paralyzed and his partner gone, Gray agrees to an experimental implant in his spine, a tiny AI with too much personality and way too much control. When the chip takes over, the fight scenes feel mechanical in the scariest way. Bodies bend wrong, bones break with surgical neatness. A knife slides into a jaw, and the movie stays there, uncomfortably close, as if daring you to blink first. You're not watching a man fight. You're watching a machine puppeteer a human body. That's what makes Upgrade genuinely brutal. It's not just violence, it's the emotional disconnect. Gray looks terrified while his limbs move with perfect confidence, turning men into broken furniture. There's something chilling about violence executed by something that doesn't get angry, doesn't get tired, and doesn't care how loud its victims scream. Hollywood usually makes tech look sleek and clean. Upgrade makes it look like a cold roommate in your own skull. Number 7, Annihilation.
No.
Start from the beginning.
This movie opens with a question, not a monster. A strange zone called the Shimmer appears, swallowing every team sent inside. The few who return come back wrong. A biologist joins the next expedition, and the moment they cross the border, the movie starts dissolving reality. What's brutal about Annihilation isn't jump scares, it's biology gone rogue. Plants grow in the shapes of people. Animals mutate into things that feel emotionally wrong. A creature with a stolen human scream becomes one of the most disturbing scenes in modern sci-fi because it never rushes. It makes you sit with the sound. The Shimmer doesn't kill quickly. It changes you. Your cells rewrite themselves, your memories rearrange, your sense of self blurs. By the time the final sequence rolls in, a quiet, alien dance of identity being swallowed, you realize the film's brutality isn't physical, it's existential. It's the fear that transformation can be its own kind of violence. still ahead. The machine man nightmare that wants to crawl under your skin, and the haunted starship that overshot straight into hell. Number 6, Robocop. It was marketed like a fun sci-fi action flick, but its violence is so intense that even today it surprises people seeing it for the first time. Officer Alex Murphy doesn't just get killed, he gets dismantled, shot piece by piece, mocked as he dies, reduced to a pile of parts that barely look human. The camera lingers like it wants you to feel every insult. And the movie doesn't calm down afterward. A thief falls into toxic waste and melts into a staggering sack of sludge before getting obliterated by a car. Bullets tear through limbs, torsos, walls, everything. The news anchors smile through it. The corporate executives treat death like a paperwork wrinkle. That's why Robocop is such a gut punch. It frames violence as an everyday product in a world where corporations own everything, including your body. The brutality isn't shocking to the characters, it's the cost of doing business. And that disconnect is the real horror. Number 5, Alien and Aliens. These films are two sides of the same violent coin. Alien is the slow suffocation side. A working-class crew brings something aboard their ship, and the chestburster scene remains one of the most violent tone shifts in movie history. A moment that starts as dinner becomes a grotesque birth, spraying blood and forcing everyone to watch as a creature claws its way out of a ribcage. After that, the alien hunts them with silent efficiency. No mercy, no warnings. Aliens, by contrast, is war. Marines charge confident, cocky, and deeply unprepared. Xenomorphs drop from walls, drag soldiers screaming into tunnels, and turn human beings into living incubators glued to nest walls. Even killing the creatures is dangerous because their blood melts through floors and armor. These movies shocked audiences because they made human fragility unavoidable. Space wasn't heroic, it was a meat grinder, and the alien wasn't a monster you defeated. It was a reminder that evolution didn't pick us to win anything. If this helps, tap like. It tells me to do a 90s list next. Number 4, The Thing.
U.S. number 31, calling McMurdo.
John Carpenter's The Thing is paranoia sharpened into a knife. A group of researchers in Antarctica find something frozen in the ice, something that can copy any living being perfectly. That idea alone could make a good thriller, but Carpenter doesn't settle for good. The creature transformations are some of the most shocking practical effects ever filmed. Bodies tear open like wet paper, bones stretch into impossible shapes, dogs explode into tentacles and teeth. A man's chest splits open and bites off someone's arms. A severed head sprouts legs and scuttles across the floor like it's late for work. Audiences weren't ready in 1982. People hated it. Viewers didn't know how to process something that was equal parts sci-fi, gore, and psychological breakdown. But that's what makes the film brutal. Not just the gore, but the trust it destroys. Anyone could be the monster. Paranoia becomes violence, and fear becomes its own disease. Today, it's a masterpiece. Back then, it was a little too good at what it set out to do. Number 3, Possessor.
Results are normal. Anything you want to flag? No, I'm fine.
This movie takes the concept of body-hopping assassins and strips every ounce of glamour out of it. Taisha Voss, a trained killer, enters other people's minds using experimental tech, puppets their bodies, commits the hit, and ejects before the host dies. Clean in theory, horrific in execution. The kills are slow, heavy, and unpleasantly intimate. Faces smashed past recognition, skulls crushed. Stabbings that don't end when a normal movie would cut away. You feel every motion because the film wants you to. It wants you to notice that violence hurts, even when you're watching it from the outside. But the most shocking part is what happens inside Tasha's head. Each mission tears away another piece of her identity. Memories slip. Emotions get scrambled. She hesitates at the wrong moments because she's not sure which life she's in anymore. Violence is the job, but losing your own mind is the collateral damage. Possessor is brutal because it suggests the worst wounds don't bleed, they erode. Number 2, Tetsuo, the Iron Man. This is less a film and more a cinematic attack. Shot in harsh black and white, it follows a man whose body violently fuses with metal. rods pierce flesh, wires burst through skin, limbs twist into weapons. The editing feels like a panic attack, and the sound design feels like you're trapped inside a dying engine. There's no quiet stretch, no safe scene. It's a relentless spiral of industrial body horror that shocked audiences because nothing else looked or felt like it. Many viewers didn't know how to interpret it. Was it punk cinema? Was it metaphor? Was it the director screaming through a camera? Whatever it was, it left scars. Tetsuo showed that sci-fi could be invasive, like a machine trying to crawl under your skin. And for many people, it did exactly that. Number 1, Event Horizon.
She's come back.
Event Horizon is the culmination of a secret government project.
This movie starts as a rescue mission and ends like you're watching a cursed tape that someone smuggled out of hell. A ship disappears during an experimental jump and reappears near Neptune. The crew sent to investigate finds it empty, except for the signs of what came back with it. It flashes horrifying fragments of the ship's previous fate, bodies torn apart, eyes missing, flesh twisted into grotesque shapes. It never lingers long, but it doesn't have to. The images hit like glimpses of something you weren't supposed to see. Would you sign up for bug duty in Starship Troopers, brave the shimmer in Annihilation, or test your luck walking the halls of Event Horizon's cursed ship? Tell us which nightmare you'd pick and why you think you'd make it out alive.